is Marie, and I'm going to read a book to you, and it's called Like Me. And the reason that I picked this book is because when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a teacher, but I didn't see anybody that looked like me. This book is written by Quinn Woodard and illustrated by Shremali Basani. Like Me. All right, class, tomorrow is career day. I expect everyone to dress up and be prepared to say what you want to be and tell me why. Anything is possible, so let your imagination fly. What's the matter, Zoe? Aren't you excited for career day? I want to be a scientist, and I've got plenty to say. Well, that's great, Lisa. I love science and math, but it's difficult to see what I can be when no one looks like me. Come on, Zoe, don't you fret. There are plenty of cool science careers. You just haven't heard of them yet. Do you like math? Like 2 + 2? Then I've got the perfect career for you. What's that? A mathematician. Did you know nothing is faster than the speed of light, or that there are 4 forces that keep planes in flight? Ever heard of Isaac Newton and the apple that fell? Well, he had 3 laws, and for this career, you'll need to know them well. What's that? A physicist. Did you know that water is also known as H2O, or that liquids have special properties that make them flow? Ever been curious about what makes soda fizz? Grab a lab coat and a beaker, and you can be this. What's that? A chemist. Do you like the stars, the moon, and the planets in the sky? Hop on a rocket and you'll go really high. Remember to throw on a helmet to protect your face when you go explore outer space. What's that? An astronaut. Do you like fixing things or determining the fourths from springs? Do you like figuring out solutions to problems, using just a pencil and your mind to solve them? What's that? An engineer. Do you like rocks and digging in the earth, or finding precious metals and determining their worth? Are you interested in what's underneath your feet, the crust, lava, and core that make our earth complete? What's that? A geologist. Ever wonder how that game works on your mom's phone, or how that app always gets us home, or why a robot always does what it's told? You can make all this happen if you learn to code. What's that? A computer scientist. Have you ever wondered how plants grow, or why flowers come in every color of the rainbow? Why do some trees turn red and orange in the fall, while others never change at all? What's that? a botanist. So you see, Zoe, there are many careers if you stick with science and math, and many pioneers who have led the path. Mae Jemison and George Washington Carver, just to name a few, both were great scientists, and they both looked just like you. I hope you see now there are so many possibilities. Just remember, STEM is key. Katherine Johnson was a mathematician for NASA whose calculations helped the United States land the first manned vehicle on the moon. Luis Walter Alvarez was a physicist who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Physics. His experiments involving subatomic particles were groundbreaking. He also assisted in several radar projects during World War II. Mae Jemison is a chemical engineer, doctor, and astronaut. She was the first African-American woman in space. Garrett Morgan was an inventor and entrepreneur. He invented an early version of the modern traffic light, a hair straightening product, and a safety hood that would be considered a modern-day gas mask. George Washington Carver was a botanist whose research focused on peanuts. He founded over 300 uses for peanuts and eventually became a pioneer in crop growing. Add your picture here as a pioneer leading the way. Now I'm going to tell you a little something about the author. Quinn Woodard is a STEM advocate, mentor, author, and speaker. At an early age, he showed an aptitude for math. However, it wasn't until high school that he had his first exposure into STEM careers through Project Lead the Way. After completing the program, he leveraged his newly developed appreciation for STEM to pursue an undergraduate degree in electrical engineering at the University of Tulsa. It was while completing his engineering degree that he realized there weren't many individuals who looked like him in STEM. Through his involvement with serving on curriculum advisory committees, mentoring students, and his own personal experience, Quinn realized that early exposure to STEM is critical for minority students. With his book, Like Me, he hopes to provide that early exposure and provide a brief history lesson of those who came before. The end.
Hi, I'm Quinn, the author of Like Me. I hope you all enjoyed today's reading, and I hope you don't mind if I take a few more moments of your time to tell you a little bit about who I am and why I decided to write the book, Like Me. You see, I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, and my undergraduate degree is in electrical engineering. Now, my exposure into the STEM world, science, technology, engineering, and math didn't come until 9th grade. Data shows that kids that are exposed to STEM fields early and often are more likely to pursue those careers later in life, as well as be more successful in them. That's one of the reasons why I wrote the book. Children need to be exposed to STEM early. Now, they also need to see themselves in as many spaces as possible. You learn early on in the book when Zoe states, "It's difficult to see what I can be when no one looks like me." Representation matters. Throughout the book, Zoe learns about all these great professions, and at the end, she learns about all of the pioneers who have came before her, who have done great things, who have changed the world that you and I live in and made it a better place. And you know what? They look just like her. So now, young Zoe and other kids, they know that they can be successful in this space and they can go on and do great things. So I hope you all enjoyed the book, and I hope you continue to share it and inspire kids all over the world. Thank you.